Take you around and show you a little bit more about the cotton gin and cotton production during the Industrial Revolution. Cotton was grown on these large scale plantations, required lots of slave labor, and the hard part about it was the cotton that was growing on these plants had tons of seeds in it. And removing that seed was the costly part. It took a lot of human labor. It took a lot of time to produce any amount of cotton. But the invention we're going to be talking about today, the cotton gin, revolutionized that and changed it. For better or worse, it made more money for these plantation owners, but as a result, increased slavery. So here's where the cotton was grown on these large scale agricultural plantations. And let's take a ride and go see what the cotton gin looks like. After it grow on the plant, they'd have the cotton harvested, picked by slaves, and then taken to the cotton gin. So let's go take a look at the cotton gin. As you can see, there's a lot of fields here. They're not just planting one row of cotton, they're mass producing cotton on these plantations. And then they would harvest it, transport it to a nearby town where the cotton gin might be. When the cotton gin first started, it wasn't a large machine or building, it was a hand cranked machine. But eventually, as the Industrial Revolution progressed on, the use of the steam engine, the machines became larger and were able to produce more and more cotton. So here we are in the town. Let's go find this cotton gin. Oop. We found it. Here's the gin right here. And so this one's in a large building, and this would have been later on in the Industrial Revolution when they started to realize they could just increase the size and increase the production. You can see here the farmers from the plantation have dropped off their raw cotton that still is pretty dirty. It's not cleaned. It has seeds, it has sticks, it has all sorts of things inside of it. The goal is at the end, the cotton's going to look like this over here. They're going to pack it in these bales, and this is the raw cleaned cotton. You can't see the inside is where the clean white cotton is, but that's the final product there. So let's take a look at the bottom of this cotton gin. This is where the steam engine is doing its work down here. You might be able to hear it at this point. So, oh, didn't like that. There's the steam engine at work, and it's powering this wheel that's attached to this belt here. And you can kind of see up through there. There's where it's powering the cotton gin. Let's go take a look at the gin itself. So that's how it's getting its power. Originally that would have been a smaller system and it would have been hand cranked and human powered, but now that it's bigger, it's not hand cranked anymore. And so there's that belt going up there, spinning the drive to power this gin. This is where you'd get the raw clean cotton out of. This end is where it's cleaned all the seeds out of, it's taken all that stuff out, and all that falls to the bottom. And this end over here is where you put the cotton in. And you can see on that wheel there's some sharp teeth, and those teeth would normally be spinning, and they'd be pulling the seeds out of the cotton, or pulling the cotton out of the seeds and dropping the seeds into the bottom, into the waste area where the seeds and debris from the cotton would be removed. Go back over to this side, and so you can see here, this is where the clean cotton comes out. It was a good invention because it made the production of cotton faster and easier, but as we learned in class previously, it also had terrible impacts like increase of slavery.